Okay, Ronnie. Thank you. The 11th and final frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
It's the decider. What a great night of snooker we've seen.
Yes, we've seen 3 centuries, 2 from Trump and the highest of the tournament, 143 from O'Sullivan, but as well as they have played in patches, I've seen them both play better. But we've got to this point, and you're right, it's been a thoroughly entertaining evening.
Lots of drama.
Oh, that's what we love. That's what's made snooker great over all these years. Thrillers. Ronnie's got a difficult shot here. We got very close to it.
I don't think he'd have taken that on if he thought there was any viable alternative.
Yes, he's left the red, but getting onto a colour, it's got to work. Yes, well, strange shot. I guess rolling it in onto the black is not really sort of a shot, but he felt that the value was there, getting the black into play. He looked a bit tentative, but I guess it was an attacking shot, which went wrong.
Trump missed the first chance in the penultimate frame and didn't get another. Is that going to be the case in this decider?
And one thing about O'Sullivan, bar that 1-4-3 break, he's struggled with his cue ball control all evening. He's overscrewed for the most part. He's done so again there. That is a brilliant shot, and the reason I say that is when you see the cue ball goes into the bunch and barely moves, it doesn't lose the cue ball to a side cushion. You see it again, look at the cue ball, stops in the middle of the table. Whether he's on one is another matter. In fact, he's on a very difficult little plant here. Yeah. It's never going to be an easy shot. He's not only left-handed, but the gap between the reds was pretty wide. He was unlucky to be faced with nothing easier than that.
He leaves Trump the easiest of starters, but pink and black are both in unpromising positions.
What?
There's nerves on both sides, you feel here.
Six.
Now the thing about this is he didn't play on the black, but it might just go. I don't know whether it actually passes the red. Well, I think it does go. Has he looked at it yet? I wouldn't, not saying for 1 second it's easy. Could be a match winner though.
He wanted to be on blue to middle.
No, he's just found it. I think that's on. He stumbled upon it though, hasn't he? That's the other thing, not that that matters. He's going for safety. I can't blame him. As a left-hander, I thought he might be interested in it. I can see why he wouldn't be.
Yellow ball. Your trump 7.
This is the ultimate in containing shots. Just dropping onto that red, I think that's fair. In this situation, you do whatever you can just to keep a very dangerous opponent out. But one more shot. What it does mean is that Trump's got the slight edge because he could get O'Sullivan in more trouble here again. Doesn't seem to have looked at playing off the bunch of reds, or even though they're quite well scattered in behind the yellow yet. That's to be in his plans. I think the shot is on.
Well, it was difficult, but it was a possible, and he would have had black to middle and it gone in.
Yeah, he didn't get all that close to the pot, but I can see why he would try and take the positive step. The last two shots Ronnie's played here as negative as I've ever seen, but under the circumstances, he didn't have a great deal else that he could do. He's not really into the tip-tapping about, but got to keep this man out. It's amazing how the complexion of a match or a frame changes when we get down to the fact when it's sudden death. We see stuff like this. It's not impossible. We could get a re-rack, which you wouldn't have believed with these two. Can't see what shot either player can risk. Those two air shots, but in snooker it doesn't count, and we're having a re-rack.
Re-rack.
Yes, I could see no hope of good progress there. So it didn't take the two players very long to agree that the frame should be re-racked and restarted.
Well, didn't really see that coming. It's been a terrific match though. As I said earlier, I've seen both play better. They're both absolutely brilliant when they're in full cry, but we've seen 3 centuries, 2 from Judd, that 1-4-3 from O'Sullivan, the highest of the tournament, and you really could not choose a winner here. We saw how tense it was, that last frame ended in a stalemate. something that you would lay long odds against with these two in action. So we do it all again.
O'Sullivan, of course, hoping to clear this semi-final hurdle and defeat either Mark Williams or Sean Murphy for the title on Sunday, which would be his 5th ranking title of the season and his 33rd in all, chasing Stephen Hendry's record of 36.
11th final frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to bring.
Figure of 8 safety from Trump, getting the cue ball over the awkward side of the table.
It's not an easy safety shot at all. I think whichever way he plays it, as he gets tight, and then he's going to leave some sort of an option, potting option. Playing the shot to nothing red here, I think. No, he's playing just to contain, and as I say, that's been the order of the last 6 or 7 shots from O'Sullivan.
And those length of the table slow safety shots have proved a testament to the true running of the table. At that speed, cue ball has every chance to run off, but all that type of shot that have been played this week, none have. Yes, could go for that without any fear of cannoning another ball.
Yes, it was a real shot to nothing. Of course, when it goes in, it offers other options, but here he's tickling in behind the brown. So advantage Trump.
Trump, 1.
Amazing that this match has turned tactical. Having been all-out attack for the first 9.5 frames or so.
The pack is tightly bunched. The chances are that O'Sullivan won't leave anything from that escape.
Oh, I think he has, and the problem was, Clive, the black was there, wasn't it? So he couldn't just drop into the main area of the bunch. And now he's left a red, albeit getting onto a colour's not easy. Well, this could be a really good shot.
What?
If he goes for the black here, he spreads the reds all over the table. Brilliant.
Eight.
Black on spot. Lots of potable reds.
No.
Match-winning chance for Trump.
That's not a good shot.
Yeah.
Leapt up. As if, I don't know whether he got a
16.
bad contact. It didn't sound suspicious. See it again. I don't know. The cue ball just didn't come back as he thought, and he's now got a really difficult shot of this red. It cuts in. The cue ball is not guaranteed to get onto a colour, and the pot is not hanging over the pocket either. So, see this slight worry coming. Would you believe it?
16.
One problem led to another there, Clive.
Well, it did. Trump couldn't have asked for a better match-winning chance than that. It went wrong very quickly.
Well, this is a real test of O'Sullivan's cueing. Put a slight angle on this to get in behind the black, to play it into the same pocket. Oh yes, delightful. It was a test. It passed with flying colours.
Great cueing, great nerve.
Yes, he probably felt a few shots ago that he might not leave that seat other than to shake hands with Judd Trump, because it was a golden chance. Quite amazing he broke down as early as he did, in the way that he did.
Trump also missed a golden chance early in the penultimate frame.
9.
Once again, Ronnie O'Sullivan's cue ball control is not as it usually is.
$16. $17.
Well, he couldn't ask for a better chance than this, and it was all because he cued in a beautiful long red.
$22. 23.
Check of the
30.
scores, plenty more needed, but maybe just sizing up which open reds he needs to take. Does he need to take anything that develops other reds? Those two reds close together at the
31.
moment are just about out of play. But right now, getting 40 or 50 would seem like an awful lot in the context of a match like this. You get to a decider, 50 breaks like a century break at times.
37.
I think one of the reds, the right red, I think goes to the right middle if he gets the cue ball in the perfect place.
$38.
Yes, and that's where he's at with this shot, because he's very straight on the black. He can't cannon them from there. Instead of playing on the other two reds. It's all about the percentages, I suppose.
45.
Again, looking at the scores, only 32 in front with still 67 available, so not home by any means.
46.
Two reds developed into much more favourable positions.
Yes, and that all means that this pink, if he plays it, is a very big shot. you played the blue, the pot's easier, but position is quite difficult. So if he plays the pink, it's the biggest shot of the match so far. Oh, he played it. He didn't just roll it in, he played it with authority. It's a tremendous shot.
52.
There's nothing wrong with O'Sullivan's bottle under pressure.
53.
Yes, and this pink and one more red, and he's won a match that I can honestly say many times during his career I think he would have lost. Playing like a man, he's won 4 ranking tournaments this season already, with power to add.
59. 60.
This match has shown modern snooker at its very finest. There have been 3 centuries, 2 by Trump, 1 by O'Sullivan. Great break making, great shot making.
67.
The most subtle of tactical play at times. High drama.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 67.
And it has all ended, barring something truly remarkable, in a 6-5 win for O'Sullivan. Trump will know that he's had match-winning chances, one in the penultimate frame at the start of it, when the balls were well spread. And also early in this frame. But he just wasn't able to seize the golden moment. This is a very wide ball to hit, this red near the yellow pocket. There's no room round it, so it'll be amazing if O'Sullivan concedes any penalty points here. Trump fights on, but
Well,
I think we could only say of him, tell me how long the train's been gone.
Eight. Judd Trump, 8.
.46 the difference, only 35 remaining. And it needs to be a very good snooker to force O'Sullivan to concede the necessary penalty points. O'Sullivan is the current people's favourite. Maybe that status will pass to Trump. I don't think O'Sullivan would mind if it did. But for the moment, O'Sullivan remains the man. Trump must be awfully disappointed.
What?
It did look this week that he'd regained top form after a rocky patch,
Ronnie O'Sullivan won.
but he hasn't been able to turn it into a win he desperately wanted. Ronnie O'Sullivan beats Judd Trump by 6 frames to 5, and he goes through to Sunday's final.